Because when a person comes and says, I don't know who I am, what they really, in my mind, are meaning is I don't like who I've become. I feel that something is profoundly missing in the composite of my life experience, my life journey. Because it's far more important to decide who you want to become than who you are. And I mean, who you are, it may be a hard conversation to have, looking in the mirror, maybe getting around some friends and saying, who am I really? What kind of person am I to you? Because if you look at anything, even from a scriptural perspective that relates to character, I mean, character exists only in relationship to other people. It's how you relate to other human beings, but it's something that's intrinsic, that comes from the core. And so what I would say is that, look, life, it moves too fast. If you're going to sit down and try to evaluate every decision and try to organize all the data, life is going to pass you by. You're going to make a lot of bad decisions because you didn't make the best decisions in the moment where the opportunity was there. I mean, unfortunately, life is a lot of windows that close at certain moments, and you have to have a value system that allows you to make decisions the moment those decisions come. And most people who look at their lives with great regret are people who didn't decide ahead of time what kind of person they were going to be. But in that moment made choices that either seemed to be temporarily pleasurable or seemed to be innocuous, or just they didn't think about it at all. And I think it's important in the process of knowing to decide who are you going to become, and decide up front the values that are going to guide your life. Because the most difficult choices in your life do not come with warning. They come hard and fast, and you've made the choice before you know it, and it comes from the instinct of your character.
We changed every 5 years, but now it looks like we've got a life plan forever.
No, it's not about a life plan, it's about a value system. So you always...
The values going to stay the same.
Well, they can change too. I mean, we're constantly changing, right? And because we're in the process of becoming. And so the question really is, who do you desire to become? Do you want to become a person that has integrity, that is truthful, a person who serves others, that is humane? And I think those value systems are the ones that have to guide your life.
So how do you choose your value system?
Well, I think everyone here has to decide that on their own. And the way I decide my value system is in my relationship to Jesus Christ. I try to emulate the character he has. And I try to live a life that serves others above myself. I don't live that out perfectly, but I'm moving in that direction. And everybody has to decide what value system they're going to have in their life. But your values will define you. You either decide your values consciously, or they, in a sense, you absorb your values unconsciously. And many people in religious environments absorb their values unconsciously. They just have them because their parents had them, because they grew up in church. And they haven't really thought through, is this really the person I want to be? And that's why later they have a crisis of identity, because they don't know if they are who they're supposed to be or who their parents wanted them to be. And eventually you have to have a crisis of faith or a crisis of belief, where you decide, who am I going to be and who am I going to become?